Hey friends and welcome. My name is Dr. Heather Carden and welcome to Ask Dr. Heather. If you are brand new to Ask Dr. Heather, drop a number 1 down. As our friends are joining us, just want to let you know this is a place where I want to help you better understand all things that are trending on health topics. Oftentimes people hear things, they read things, their friends share things, and they're super confused about what's going on. Or maybe they had a doctor's visit, or maybe they were visiting again with a friend at the gym or at the grocery store, and they're like, hey, somebody told me about this. What is the big deal about this? Or is this really true? Is this really what I should be doing? Is this what I shouldn't be doing? So this is a place where I try to help you better understand about what's happening with your body metabolically. But I'm going to talk a little bit fast today because I did a few lives over the last couple weeks and had hundreds of questions. What I do is I get questions, I copy and paste them and put them on paper. And then as questions start to pile up on a topic, then I generally try to dig in deep, get some good resources, and help share conversations with you guys. But right now, what's happening is we all know that keto's been trending really high for the last 5 years. I've actually been teaching and living a ketogenic low-carb lifestyle for well over 20 years. Specifically for my own health, I've been doing a ketogenic lifestyle for over the past 5 years after I had a skiing accident. But I did do a ketogenic lifestyle after my 5th baby because I had a Candida albicans infection. I also did a Candida infection with let me slow down. I did a keto diet when I was training for a triathlon to see if I could improve my time and my recovery. Also did a keto lifestyle 2 or 3 times with different patients of mine because they need to do it for their overall health. But specifically, I've been doing it for my own health, again, after my own skiing accident in 2015. But I do want to talk a little bit more on that keto health topic and also about fasting and also about some questions that I've been getting. So first of all, I'm going to take a little giant step back, but I've got some things to do. So first of all, I want to know what type of person you are. So what that means is I typed up above, are you a ready, set, go person? My piano teacher actually taught me a very big lesson many years ago. My older son took piano. She said, are you a ready, set, go person? So a ready, set, go person would be a person who was going to bake cookies. They got everything ready. They got all the ingredients. They got the recipe card. They got the oven. They got the perfect butter. They got the perfect chocolate chips, the perfect flour. Ready, set, go. And they made the cookies. They made them on time. They made them on the time they're ready to be done. They were ready to go. A person who's ready gets all the ingredients out, but just can't get the oven turned on, can't get the butter open, can't get the cookies measured out. They just can't seem the right time to get that done. Or a person who's a ready, set person says, well, okay, I've got the oven on. I've got my bowl here. I've got all the ingredients in. But I'm not for sure if I want to make them today, or if I want to make them tomorrow, or maybe next week. Well, that could be true with you. Think about maybe a holiday gift that you've been wanting to start, or maybe a home project, or maybe a lifestyle makeover. Maybe you wanted to go vegan. Maybe you wanted to start a paleo diet. Maybe you wanted to start some yoga or some CrossFit. Maybe you wanted to train for a 5K or a marathon. Maybe you wanted to try this keto lifestyle everyone's talking about, or maybe you just wanted to ditch the sugar or ditch the drive-through lifestyle. Maybe you just want to get up and start moving, or maybe do a 100-day squat contest or challenge, or maybe just drink water challenge. Ready, set, go. So as you're joining in, think about that for yourself a second. Are you that ready, set, go? Like, okay, I've got the instructions. I'm going to do this and I'm going to go for it. Or you're the person who gets all ready to go. You've got a workout. You've got the right clothes. You've joined the best gym or yoga studio. You've got the right headband on, but you just can't seem to get in your car and go. Or you're the person who puts it on your calendar and has all the right stuff, but you just can't seem to walk in to get that started. And that's okay, because what we like to do, I'm going to say at Carden Center for Wellness, which is my office, what we like to do is we like to meet you where you are and help you where you want to go, because all of us are each one of those when it comes to doing something. Because some of us have a little bit of fear, some of us have a little bit of excitement over all different types of topics. Some of us love to cook, some of us don't love to cook. Some of us love to exercise, some of us don't like to exercise. Some of us like to plant flowers and do yard work, and some of us like to don't do some. So all of us are all those personalities when it comes to different things. But I'm going to talk about health topics because we know that we have a global problem trending in our health, whether it's diabetes, whether it's heart disease, whether it's cancer, whether it's obesity. Majority of questions that I get are how do I keep my weight down? How do I keep the fat off? How do I keep from getting type 2 diabetes? How do I keep from getting dementia? How do I keep from keeping the weight off? They've done an amazing job doing over the last year. How do I even get started? I have such a long way to go to hit my health goals. How do I get doing that? So this is where we help. And I'm going to actually go kind of to the end first because I want to read some things. You know, we talk about doing a 10-day challenge. We talk about doing, which we've been doing for 2 or 3 years. Dr. Jamie and I have been doing that with Dr. Deb, a 10-day challenge. We simply have you drink water, quit the snacks, quit the sugar, and eat real whole foods. You eat a couple cups of vegetables, put a little fat on there, and have some protein. Sounds super easy until you're in that 5th or 6th day, or maybe that first day is hardest because you're a ready person, and that ready, set, go person does good until day 6 or 7. So anyway, we have a 10-day program, which is amazing. We'd love to share with you. We've got a few days left before we actually don't offer that anymore in 2019. We'll do something different in 2020. We have a 7-week program, which we've been emailing out because some people need 7 weeks. They need to do one tool or one task per week. One task will be no snacks for the whole first week. Then the second week will be, we're going to eat in a time zone. So we have that as well. Some people say, you know what? I only need to just do a reset button. Like I reset my computer. I need to do a reboot. I need to do a 60-hour keto reboot where what I do is I drink broth, I drink some ketones, I take some electrolytes, I drink a lot of water. I just don't eat any food because the minute that I start chewing food, I don't stop. Because the minute I have a handful of popcorn or if I have, a chicken wing, I end up just overeating. So I need a reset for 60 hours. Or maybe you just say, you know what, I need to start this intermittent fasting. I need to do just a 24-hour fast a week. And a fast is with water. It is with broth. It is with ketones. So you have energy, you have minerals, you have amino acids. So you're covering all your bases. So we want to meet you where you are and take you where you want to go. And I want to personally help you get to where you want to go. So we have all those different things to go. So whether it is an 18-hour, whether it's 24 hours, which I personally do a 24-hour every single week, which is a lunch to lunch or a brunch to brunch. I generally kind of do it where my family's around. So I haven't eaten yet today. My son is flying in from Florida. Yay! We're almost going to have all of my kiddos home, and I'm going to eat at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock whenever he lands tonight, and I haven't eaten since yesterday. So that was very easy. We were busy shopping yesterday. I was burning lots of calories. We came home and wrapped presents. So it was very easy for me to be very busy yesterday and do a 24-hour fast because I'm going to have a nice dinner with my family, all my sons. I don't want to have to count calories. I will eat in that kind of situation where it's going to be, we're going to have ribs or pulled pork. I'm going to have some slaw and some green beans, but I'm not going to measure everything out. So we'll be in that keto family of things, but I'm not going to measure everything out. And you can do that when it's a 24-hour time period. And then I just finished up a 60-hour keto reboot because that really again kind of shrinks your stomach. It takes away those sugar cravings, kind of like when you reset your phone when you have too many things on your desktop or on your computer, too messy, gets rid of all that old stuff. And then again, our 7-week program, which will kick off on January 7th, will help take you week by week and get you really 42 weeks, 49 days, or whatever that math turns out to be, a good couple months almost, gets you staying in tune. And that will be an online group that we will do each and every week. But I just want to read you some things here. So if you know somebody who maybe needs to do this, maybe needs a little bit of a jump start, which would be a 24-hour jump start, which I do every single week, or maybe they need to do a 60 to 72-hour reboot once a month, like I need to do, or maybe a 7-week kind of overhaul. They just don't even know where to start, but they need the tools. They need a slower amount of learning. They need to start somewhere. Then that 7-week may be for them. So I'm not going to read names, but Kim, I'm going to read that, says, I want to be completely honest. I actually began this or did this, and this was a reboot. I did this to lose some weight, but I found that it more actually helped me with systemic inflammation. I was having some stabbing pains I didn't even realize, but the minute that I cut out the sugar, drank more water, and went a little keto, the weight started falling off, but I actually forgot about my arm pain. That happens all the time. I actually am down, woke up this morning, had weighed for a week, was down 7 pounds, not even hungry, and forgot about looking at the scale. This morning, woke up, felt stuffed, didn't realize I wasn't hungry all the time anymore. And that happens because when you put that intermittent fasting in, people forget to eat all the time is what really should happen, because your body has stored fat for fuel. So this person, when she was sharing that, because I'm trying not to read the whole thing, they, forgot to eat, which is a great thing, because oftentimes we eat out of boredom. We eat when we're watching a movie. We're eating just because we're there. So they forgot to eat and forgot that they were actually full, because people tell me all the time, I don't even know what hunger feels like, because I'm hungry all the time. I don't even know what it feels like to feel full all the time, because I'm just eating all the time. And that's what that 60-hour reset does, a 36-hour reset. Just really let your stomach and intestines kind of empty and kind of reset and reboot. Anna W says, down 4 pounds and super happy. Another Kim says, first reboot, I'm feeling amazing. Didn't think I could do it, but I feel great. I'm really proud of myself. I'm surprised that I wasn't hungry through all of it. I kept myself super busy. I even think I could have gone a couple days, but as advised, I reintroduced good foods. This is my 4th reboot. All of them have been a little bit different. I learned a lot about myself and my food behavior. Feeling amazing. Look forward to this each month. I love working out on my Monday and Tuesdays. Mad at myself. This is from someone else. Her name starts with an S. Mad that I didn't take a before picture, but happy with my results. I learned a lot about myself, my relationship with food, and my ability to work out without food or feeding before, like the old days in the 80s. I also found out I actually have control over food and the food around me, which is also good. Again, I have pages. I won't keep reading. Maybe I'll read a few every day, but I look way different, even though the scale doesn't say so, but I can definitely tell in the pictures about my belly and my thighs. Ha ha. I love that. Awesome. I definitely look, this is from a Linda S. Awesome. I definitely look less abundant in the middle area. So I love it. I got pages and pages of what people report to me. And so I really wanted to just share that with you, because oftentimes people think they have so far to go, they don't even know where to start. And sometimes those little things, like you don't have to get on the scale, but how do you feel? Maybe like, oh, I don't have like 15 chins. I'm down to 13 and a half. That's okay, because it's inch by inch that counts. And maybe it's an inch around your arm or inch around your stomach. We talk about percentages of body fat. That is a huge difference. Decreasing that percentage of body fat makes a huge difference. So I just wanted to get on here and do a little bit of end of the year motivation. We are doing that beta test challenge for our 10-day Drink Your Ketone challenge that ends on December 31st. So don't let time creep away when your family and friends come in, and it's not too late to get in where you fit in, which means go ahead and get that 10-day kit. You're going to get over $60 worth of free product. In Canada, someone correct me, it's about $85 US or Canadian dollars that you get free for that. And it's already marked down 25% plus free coaching. That is that 10-day keto challenge. And then again, we have a 7 weeks program that we're offering. And then again, that reboot we're also offering there. And yes, thank you, Mike, for saying Merry Christmas to you and your family. Always love having you join us here. If you guys have questions, drop them down below. And I actually want to use this time to be more of a tutorial to kind of recognize your personality of how you learn, whether it's about fitness, whether it's about food. And the last thing I want to do, because I did do a bunch of shopping yesterday, which if you've been following my health journey, which I talk more about on my personal page and more on my Instagram page, which is AmpuMom Keto Doc. If you've been following that, I had an above knee amputation on April 2nd and a revision in July. I did shopping yesterday. I have not been shopping in years due to my complex regional pain syndrome, but we made an entire list of what our food was going to be and the family members that were going to be here and who was going to be here for dinner. So when people start saying, well, how do you shop for that many people and how do you stay organized and not take little samples of food, things like that, because people are like, oh, I see people eating the pecan pie. Pecan pie is not on my list. I don't know why I would sample that at Sam's, or the honey bread butter thing somebody had. It's not on my list. I would never buy it. So there's no reason to sample that stuff. Maybe we should do a Facebook Live about sampling food at the grocery store another time. But if it was something you were going to buy and something that might be on your list, then it would be worth trying. Because somebody asked me about sampling at the grocery store. We could actually talk about that later, Mike, probably, right? Kathy might say the same thing. But anyway, when I start making a grocery, I'm going to go on with a grocery list. And this is the same thing on this 10-day challenge, or on the 7-week challenge, or on the 24-hour fast. You make a list of what you're going to consume during that time frame. You make a list, you highlight it, you put which store you're going to have it. If it's not on the list, you don't put it in here and you don't put it in the shopping cart. Just like on our reboot kit or a 10-day kit, if it's not in the kit, omit. And so for me, if it's not on my grocery list or my shopping list, we don't put it in there. We don't put it in the cart. And we've been doing this for years because we have 4 boys. So ours is always like, do we get another pound of meat? Do we get another pound of chicken? Do we get another, slab of ribs? I mean, that's always where our question is how much more? Do we get another thing of cabbage? Do we get another thing of celery? That's always where the more comes from. But I did want to give you that tip. As you're out shopping, out getting your grocery list, and you're seeing all these people sampling all these goodies, if it's something that you would not buy, something that's not going to be at your list, something you're not going to serve at your family, I would say I just wouldn't sample it and keep it away from there because it can break your fast if you're doing some intermittent fasting and maybe have some potential hidden food allergies. So if you're in ketosis, even though you think it's like just nuts or just pecans, it could have something hidden in there that you might not want to consume. And again, just let somebody else enjoy that for you. But again, super excited to be here with you. I do want to ask that if you want to join one of these programs, please let me know because there's going to be time with shipping's going to be closed due to the holidays. I know that it's not everyone participates in Christmas, but the U.S. Post Department does. And so there is a shipping. Our company does as well as will be closed shipping, which is right out of Dallas. I think the same in Toronto. We're shipping, I know the U.S. and Mexico and Australia, so shipping may be a little bit different, but we'd love to have you join us. I know Mike had amazing experience using our program as well. So Mike, how many reboots have you done? I know he's done a ton as well. Kim, hope everything's going well with your family. Justin's always on. Janine, big hearts and hugs to you and your family. Patty and Karen, big Merry Christmas to you and your family. I don't always like to give shout outs because I don't want to miss anybody, but I do want to say Merry Christmas to you and your family. I am super excited to have all 4 of my boys home for the first time in many months. But I did want to give a big shout out because I got a lot of questions about things that are happening and going on. I will post some recipes that we're using. I'll be a little more mindful. I'm trying to use Story a little bit more because people say they're watching that, but I don't want you to miss. I don't want you to roll out of 2019 not missing those health goals because you still have time to actually get back on target, get in those intermittent fasting hours, be targeted. If you know you're going out to eat, if you know you're going to be joining some friends, dinner or family, then use those intermittent fasting hours, use some broth, use some ketones, drink some water, have some tea, use things like that so you can actually have an amazing time, have the food that you want, and have it without guilt. No shaming, no blaming. If you have a piece of pie, and I always tell people, pick the pie, or pick the potatoes, or pick the bread, or pick the stuffing, just don't pick them all. Or if you pick a cookie, pick the cookie and don't pick them all. So that's my one big hack there, is that pick your pleasure and just know that you're not going to have any shaming or blaming to yourself, and enjoy that, whatever that gift of love that someone baked for you, enjoy that with pleasure and have no guilt with it. This is Dr. Heather Carden saying have an amazing day, and we'd love to help you with your health goals, whatever that may be, and have an amazing day. We'll be seeing you soon.